students might not have really used tubes before where they've had to label. Actually, they have, but what you want to do is just remind them, kind of tab the tape so it's easier for them to take it off. Just put it vertically like that. And they're going to want to write their strain name on there. The Motility auger looks like this. It's fairly solid, but it's not super solid. And what's going to happen here is you're going to use an inoculating needle, which looks like a loop, but just doesn't have the loop at the end. So what's going to happen is the bacteria can be picked up and it's going to be stabbed straight down. What that means is you want a pretty straight inoculating needle. So before anything's done with it and it's touched the heat, they'll want to kind of make sure it's as straight as possible. You don't want to do that when it's hot, obviously. And wipe the bench down.
Make sure they label the tube on the clear part. They don't label the cap and don't put the label on the auger because they'll have to move it when they observe it.
Yeah, so right about there is good. And so the inoculating needle is going to go about halfway down. And so what that means is it's not just going to be here that needs to be sterile. You really kind of want the whole section sterile. So you do still want, of course, to make sure that the tip is red hot, but then you do want to pass through the rest of it just to make sure. And then the plate, again, auger side up. In order to cool it, you just find a clear area and just stab the auger straight down. And then just touch a colony with a loop, with a needle. And then what's going to happen is when these tubes are open, you want to flame the top to just burn off any dust that might be there. And then it's just going to go straight down. And then straight up.
So you want to make sure that you, I would probably think you want to demonstrate it for them and make sure they don't touch the hilt of the handle to the top of the auger, because there's gunk that could accumulate that may not have gotten killed in the flame on where the wire meets the handle.
Right.
So they don't want to touch that wire, don't touch the